Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a spin off of one of the recipes that I posted a few weeks ago. This video was requested by a great viewer, David Chang. So David, if you're watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. He asked me what it would look like if I were to make individual Salara rolls or like tennis rolls with the actual coconut filling. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with the dough, show you some different shapes you guys can make. So you can make your red bread and you can make them into little single serving sizes versus a whole log that you'll have to cut and serve to many different people. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, I hope you get something out of it, and I hope you guys give it a try. So let's get into it. Before we get into making our individual Salara rolls, what you're going to need to do is prepare the dough that we're going to encase that coconut filling in. Now what you're going to want to do is head on over to my tennis roll video that I did a couple of months ago. I'm going to have it linked right up here in the right hand corner, and I will have the link in the description box down below. All you need to do is follow that recipe, follow its measurements, allow your bread dough to rise for about 1 to 2 hours, and then you're good to go, and then we can start making our actual Salara rolls. Now a lot of parts of this video, they've already been done in my previous videos, so what you're going to have to do if you want to make the coconut filling to go inside of the individual Salara rolls, you're going to go ahead and check out my Salara video that I did a couple of months ago as well. I'm going to have that linked right up here in the right hand corner, and I'm going to have it in the description box right down below. So you're going to check that out and look to see how to make the filling, so this way you can make the filling for your individual Salara rolls. A little recap, I have my coconut that was parching in the pan. I added in my nutmeg, my ginger, my essence, and a little bit of red food coloring, and this is basically done. I'm going to take it off of the stove, allow it to cool, and once my bread dough is done rising, we could start working with it. My bread dough is done rising, but before we start to fill them, we're going to go ahead and prepare the pan that they're going to bake in. So in my pan here, I've got a little tab of butter that I went ahead and put in my fingers, and I'm just rubbing it around. Now if you wanted to, you could spray the pan, you could also use a brush or a piece of napkin to go ahead and spread the butter on. But guess what guys, your hands are the best tools in the kitchen, so go ahead, get your hands a little dirty, and spread that butter all over the pan. Now since I'm going to play around with the shape of the Salara, the first shape that we're going to go ahead and make is these like Salara tennis rolls almost. It's basically stuffed individual pieces of bread with that Salara or that coconut filling. And so what you're going to need to do for that is take little pieces of your dough, make them as big or as small as you would like. I just used about a palm size full of it. I would say it's about third of a cup measurement if you want it to be that precise. But you're basically going to get them into little balls like I have here, and you're going to smooth it out, and you're going to put it down on your board or a piece of foil or something, so this way they can rest on for a few minutes. And whenever you guys are working with any type of dough that has to sit while you're working with another part of it, you're going to want to go ahead and cover these rolls that you just made with a damp paper towel. The reason being is because you do not want them to dry out as you start to fill your individual Salara tennis rolls. Now in order to fill one of these individual Salara tennis rolls, what you're going to want to do is take a piece of your dough and you're going to go ahead and flatten it out. Now what you want to do is flatten it out more so on the edges and get them thinner than the actual middle part, so this way when you end up gathering the sides, the edges aren't too thick. So once you flatten it out, you're going to take a few spoonfuls of your filling and stuff the middle of the bread. Now I like a good amount of filling in my individual tennis rolls, but if you do not want a lot of filling, you can go ahead and make it as per your preference. And I also recommend not overstuffing them, because if you overstuff them, they're going to be very hard to close and then they might leak in the oven and burn. So once you gather around all the edges, you're going to pinch them together, and then you can go ahead and put it down on your baking sheet. Now we're going to move on to doing shape number 2, and the second shape is basically going to be like one of the regular large Salara rolls, but we're going to make it on a very miniature scale, so this way only one person can eat from it, and it can be an individual little thing. So what you're going to want to do is take one of those balls of dough, and once you get your ball of dough, you're going to dust it in a little bit of flour, and you're going to begin to roll it out. This is very similar to the preparation if we were making one large log of Salara. So you're going to roll it out to your desired thickness. You can roll it as thin or as thick as you would like. And then what we're going to do is take some of our coconut mixture and stuff it in the middle of this piece of dough. Now remember, as I said before, I like a lot of filling in my Salara because that coconut is the best part, but you do not want to overstuff any of these, or else they might start to leak or they might just be hard to close. So you want to be mindful when you're adding that in. So once you go ahead and put it in as per your preferences, you're going to go ahead and start folding up the sides. So you want to roll from one edge, and you want to keep patting down the sides as you're going through. And once you meet the other edge, you're going to tuck together all of the seams and make sure everything is closed up. So you guys saw that I played around and made my Salara tennis rolls, and I made my Salara rolls, or the individual logs. Now, once you guys finish filling however many pieces of dough you're going to fill, you're going to put them down onto your baking sheet that you spread with the butter. Make sure you put enough butter or you use wax paper because you do not want these to stick. So I'm going to pop these into my oven at 350 degrees, and I'm going to allow them to bake for about 12 to 15 minutes, or just until they're nice and golden brown at the top, and then I'm going to pull them out. All of my rolls have been baking for exactly 15 minutes. That's how long it took for me, but it will depend on you and your oven and the size that you made them for yourselves. So as you guys can see, they have a beautiful golden brown color on the top. What I'm going to do now is take a napkin, or you can use a brush, anything that you like, just so you can slather some butter on the top. You need to put the butter on top, or you can do a little simple syrup of sugar and water, so this way you can moisten the top of the bread and it won't get too dry. So once you brush it liberally with the butter or the sugar syrup, you're going to allow this to cool midway, and then you can go ahead and serve. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just want to rip into one of these Salara tennis rolls and show you guys exactly what it looks like on the inside. Once you rip it open, you guys are going to see that it has all of that beautiful red coconut filling peeking throughout, and it'll be nice and juicy because all of that sugar melted into the coconut. And you guys can see I cut open one of these Salara rolls, the individual logs, just to show you guys a nice little pattern that you're going to see on the inside. So whichever way you decide that you want to make them, you can even play around with more different shapes. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to insert a clip of my mom testing out the Salara that I had made as well, so this way you guys could get a feel of how amazing it tasted.
Really good. The coconut, moist, juicy, delicious.
So you guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a nice big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet, and of course hit that bell icon so you can be notified on when I post my newest videos. And of course, keep leaving those awesome comments down below so this way I can see what to make next. And I'll see you guys again next time. Bye guys.